Even though it's only in limited release, you've probably heard of Black Swan. It could be because of Natalie Portman's Oscar buzz performance, or it could be because you've heard that Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis make out. Both of which are very good reasons to see the film, and both of which deliver. Black Swan acts as a companion piece to The Wrestler from last year, also directed by Darren Aronofsky. For those not familiar with his work, he directed such films as Pi, The Fountain, and the film that crippled me when I watched it, Requiem for a Dream. Seriously, I saw this film alone and I never felt worse about humanity afterward. Admittedly, though, that might be because I was 7. Black Swan feels like a pleasant blend between Requiem for a Dream and The Wrestler, however it's got its own artistic style and world. The story follows the pressures and paranoia of Nina, a ballerina, played by Portman, who's cast as the Queen Swan in Swan Lake. She has no problem playing the more perfect White Swan, but she struggles being the dark, seductive Black Swan. You know, Natalie Portman's been kind of a mixed bag for me, and it's not just because I confuse her and Keira Knightley in just about every movie they're in. Portman's always good. She's just never been a standout role or never been given a real chance to shine like this, and she does. The story's crafted in such a fashion that the paranoia that Nina is feeling is also felt by the audience. You aren't sure what's real and what's not as you're with her every step of the way. What's real and what's not? God, if only Portman had a totem. Right, guys? Fucking Inception. Speaking of reality and paranoia, I'm sure there are plenty of message board threads already about how Mila Kunis' character isn't even real. Man, look at that shitty transition I did right there. But while we're on the subject, let's talk about Kunis. Kunis is in the trailers a lot, but not in the movie that much. It's a lot of head games, really. Her presence is felt, and then whenever she's on screen, she is something that just pushes it through, just sexuality. I don't know what this gesture is. Speaking of Portman and Kunis, what the hell is with them doing Black Swan and then both doing pieces that are exactly the same, no strings attached and friends with benefits? Granted, I have less problem with Timberlake and Kunis hooking up than Kutcher and Portman hooking up. Maybe I just have a thing against Ashton Kutcher. It could be because he's a tool, or because he did a movie that also was similar to another movie this year. All in all, Black Swan works as a sexually charged psychological thriller where everything is so well calculated. Yes, there are admittedly a few jump scares that don't really need to happen, but overall, the tension mounts excellently, and the story really is thrilling all the way through. I give this 4.5 swans out of 5, because I'm okay with getting blood on my hands.
Oh God.